Graphics in television, and especially period dramas, can go from wallpaper design and window design down to letters being designed, newspapers, paperwork, documents, posters, anything that needs to have a bit of a tweak on a computer or needs to have 100 printed of them. It just is very varied. Quite a lot of props in this show is characters drawing, which is a hobby of a lot of Victorians at the time, especially of the upper classes. The drawing needs to be made about 6-7 times so that in the action they can draw in it and then it gets taken away and a new one comes in. The Gothic Temple drawing tomorrow, and just checking, Diane the director has asked to make sure that you have some confident mark making.
Okay.
So you got this to practice and have a go.
Is this the sort of thing we would have drawn on back in the day?
Yeah.
Great.
So you just build up into one section, and so it means that when they do all the different shots from other angles, you've worked in the same place for every shot.
I think hopefully I can do that without destroying it too much.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Thank you very much. Hooray!
Quite a big theme on Victoria is the red box paperwork. And a red box is a government dispatch box that's come to give papers to Victoria for her to sign. This actual box was made for us by the company that make the boxes for the Queen today, and it was made bespoke to us in the size and shape that Queen Victoria herself had them. And using this as reference, they made us this box to match. So I make paperwork that fits inside this box. So things like return documents, reports from commissioners, bills and paperwork, things that she needs to be aware of and sign as monarch. Every episode I add more, so there's new, fresh things in here. It's not all the same. The other part of graphics is not necessarily all papers and letters and little things in hand props. It does also sort of stretch into art direction and set design. In the nursery, which is a new set this year, we have wallpaper design that Michael designed. He saw the wallpaper in a grand house of a friend of his, and he got permission from them to let us recreate it. So they took a photograph of it for us, and then I put it onto my computer. I used Illustrator to change it. And the original was white and gold. Michael wanted the nursery to be very blue, and I think it was also grey and black colours as well. So this is the testers that we have printed. You can see this blue is different from that blue, and we had to see how they behaved on camera. It's a really nice little room to go into. I think we ordered 30 rolls of it, and there's a lot of wallpaper. So with letters that Victoria's written, I will plan it out first on my computer and lay it out using a font that's very similar to Queen Victoria's handwriting. I print it out, and then using a light box or just tracing it, I'll go over it by pen, and I practice and practice and practice. So eventually it becomes muscle memory. So I'd like to try and make it look as natural as possible. So by the time it actually gets to set, it might be that I would have actually done a real ink letter, and it's not a photocopy. It will be the real thing that I've just written and I've prepared 6 repeats of. When I do hand doubling on set, it's very faintly printed onto that, so I can trace it in action. But yes, they managed to get me into Jenna's dress, and then they were shoving me into the dress because I'm not as small as her, but they just about got the sleeve on, and then writing and shaking so badly, but it was really sweet. And then the time I've done hand doubling and Jenna standing off camera, just checking that I was okay, it was really nice.
Dear Lord M, it's time for you to return to the palace.